Alright y'all, I'm back with another braided wig from Braids Queen, and I'm super excited about this wig, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I get is a little package with 2 wig caps, an elastic band, and some hair strings that you could, some hair accessories basically. So this is the wig. This is the Goddess braid wig, and it basically braids back and it braids all the way down, and it has curls at the end, just like a braided style, and it comes in the color 1B27, but mainly it just really looks like 27 all over, like a golden brown. And right here I'm just showing you the lace and the inside of the wig, all the combs and the elastic band. What I really like about this elastic band is it extends, like you can make it shorter or tighter, and I think that's really good for these type of wigs. So I'm showing you the combs again. The first thing I'm gonna do, don't mind my braids, is lay down my edges with edge control. My hair really grows close to my forehead, like near the eyebrow side, like it really is close. So I gotta make sure that's all laid. And I'm basically just using some Design Essentials edge control. I believe that's the name. I love this edge control because it always lays my edges down. But right now I'm just trying to just smooth it back. I'm not looking for anything too slick or perfect. Just for the purpose of this video, everything just has to be away from my forehead. So the first thing you want to do is try on your wig for size, just to make sure you know where it's laid, whether you have to cut anything, and how it's going to look. You don't want to just apply this wig straight on your head because it might be too small, or you might not like the way it looks, the lace may be too dark or whatever. So you just want to make sure it's perfect. So right here I'm just aligning the wig to how exactly it would be when I'm laying it down, when I'm wearing it every day, and just centering it, making sure it's in the middle, just seeing how it looks. At this point the hair was over my ears and tucking my ear under, so I have to cut off one of the braids. But first I'm gonna tackle my baby hairs. There's no correct order in which you have to do this, just do it in the way that's most comfortable to you. So I'm just showing you guys how I'm really plucking the baby hairs. This hair I feel like had less baby hairs than the last one, which is good because it was crazy plucking those baby hairs. But you're actually gonna see that I'm just over it and I end up cutting the baby hairs out. So right here I'm showing you the braid that I'm cutting, and I cut a little bit of it and then cut the rest while it was on my head because it was much easier to do it that way. And these AirPods is getting on my nerves because they keep falling out, and I'm trying to bump while I'm doing this. But once again, you're going to end up putting this wig on and off when you're trying on a wig. Girls who wear wigs know that you take your wig on and off throughout the whole process because you want to make sure it's perfect. So I'm showing you guys where the wig is laid and what I'm going to have to cut off. And don't feel bad if you have to cut up some of the braids because you don't want your wig to look bulky and crazy. You want it to lay flat. And I cut, the baby hairs were sticking up, so I was able to just cut right under the baby hairs. And just getting as close to the braids as possible, because think about it, if you actually got your hair braided, there wouldn't be any baby hairs, one, and you wouldn't see any lace showing. Like all your hair would be braided up. So just always think about how it would look if your hair was naturally braided. And I'm just doing this in regular speed because I want you guys to see how I cut the lace, because I didn't show you guys the last time. So that's the one braid that was cut. And now I'm just cutting off more of the lace because I didn't get to it last time. And you see how well the lace just matches my skin tone. Like it really matches it so good. Like you could barely tell that I have on a wig. And now I'm just seeing how the baby hairs were laid and just plucking some more. You just keep going back and forth into it. Like I said, there's no correct order. You just want to make sure that it's perfect, and you want to customize it to your liking. And like I said, regular speed, because I didn't show you guys how I plucked the baby hairs in the last video. I kind of did it off screen. And right here, I'm just cutting it off. Because in my head, there would be no baby hairs down there, like all the way down on the side. so there's no reason for them to be there. So you can kind of cut them. I low-key regretted it after, because on the other side I had some baby hairs, but it was still fine to me. Like, you really only need baby hairs in the front and like right at your temples. You don't need the whole sideburn thing going on. Once again, using that Forever Even Ultimate Glue, which is the best glue because it'll keep your wig laid down and it'll lay your baby hair. So you get like a 2-for-1 deal. So just showing you guys in regular speed how I laid it down. No reason to speed it up. We're not in a rush. I forgot to cut the baby hairs, but I actually cut it like really short. I think the last time on the other wig, I just left the baby hairs too long. So I'm making sure they're nice and short here. You gotta kind of work quickly because this thing dries a little fast. And I didn't put the combs in my hair because that hurts, but you could put it in your hair if you like. I did my makeup off camera per usual, and if you want to see how I did my makeup, you can look on my Instagram, on my IGTV, no, on one of my reels. Like, that's where you can look to see. And I'm just getting a close-up of the baby hairs and just making sure everything's blended. I'm just blending up my makeup at this point because I had my headband on when I did it, so I didn't get to get close to the baby hairs. And, you know, just still customizing and making sure it looks good. So don't drag me. I need to work on my camera skills, but I'm actually just taking some concealer and just like going in between each braid just to make it look more natural, because I didn't put a stocking cap on because there's always a line of demarcation that always shows. So I actually just went over some concealer on the parts that was darker because of my natural hair. And this is optional, but this will make it look even more real, as you can see, like, if you can see. So this is how it looks just after everything's blended, and this is how the wig looks naturally. Now I'm just gonna be like just playing with it to see if I want to style it a little bit differently. In my mind, I figured I could like have it back and like this. I don't even know what kind of style this is called, but every girl knows this style. Just kind of seeing how it looks, and I like it. I just feel like this look right here looks a little bit bulky, and I'm just not with it. So I'm just, you know, playing with the hair to see if different ways that it would look. Now I'm using this styling foam by Fantasia IC, and let me tell you, this styling foam like really makes your hair super duper hard. It didn't do it to the end of this hair because I didn't use as much product, but when I used it on another one of my curly wigs, the hair was so hard, like it felt like I used gel. Just excuse me, I'm like bumping to some brandy right now because I feel like brandy with this wig on. But I just like put that all through my hair just to like lay down the flyaways. There was quite a bit of flyaways on this wig, and I just really wanted it to look like some fresh braids at this point. And now I'm just gonna style it in the way that I showed you guys and just put it back. So I'm showing you guys the ends of the hair because you didn't get to see, and it's like a 22-inch. I didn't cut anything, and I don't really use hair decals because sometimes they could be childish, especially the ones that they give me with hair sometimes, like the pinks and the blues. I can't get with that. But I'm actually going to use this tinsel. I think I'll call it a tinsel. I think that's what it is. And I'm just like braiding that around the one of the braids, and it was pretty simple. If you guys know how to like feed in braiding hair, you could do it, but I'm not even really that good at that, and it was simple enough for me, just braiding it around the hair. I'm gonna speed it up here because it's pretty straightforward. So here is the finished look. I ended up braiding another tinsel on the other side in gold, but I don't think I showed it in this video. It's on my Instagram if y'all want to see it, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. The only thing that I will have to say is that this wig is a little bit small. It's not big-headed friendly. I wish it laid a little bit closer to my forehead, but I could probably just add in the combs and I'll do that. But yeah, I really like the way it looks. It was super laid. The lace is perfect. Make sure you follow me on all my social media. Everything will be linked down below in the description about the hair. Also, if you guys like the lashes that I have on today, make sure you log on to my website to purchase them. They are on sale for $15 and they come with a free lash glue. So log on to my website and get yours today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.